Hey guys, it's Lori here.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And today on the Impossible Marriage Minute, we are talking about I am allowed to feel. And the one that would be saying that in quotes is actually this one. Because you found in counseling, I've found in walking with different couples, there tends to be one person in the relationship who takes up more of the emotional oxygen in the room. Mm-hmm. That would usually be me. Then there's one who tends to stuff down those emotions until they just explode. In a usually very gentle way. But Matt, we had a situation. This was our impossible this weekend made possible by God. Mm-hmm. What was it?
So yeah, I was cooking and called you and the girls in to come get dinner and was already feeling a little bit frustrated, but didn't say anything. And then when you came inside, the first thing you did was say a complaining sentence.
I complained after Matt made us dinner.
And I felt that and expressed that maybe a little bit more vocally than what I would normally do. And after a couple of minutes of kind of cooling off and not really handling things, just kind of letting it simmer, but me doing introspective work, I found out that I'd actually been holding on to that feeling of just frustration for a few days. Yet, even though I was feeling it, I was very hesitant to approach Lori with it because it's usually the other way around. I am used to being the kind of the caretaker, the one who is seeing and hearing and acknowledging more of Lori's emotions, and I'm not actually very good at sharing my own. It makes me vulnerable, it makes me a little nervous. And so in this moment, when I was obviously sharing this emotion, it was kind of just a different experience for both of us. Mm-hmm. And so I had to take courage, hopefully earlier than what I did. I have to learn to take courage to actually express the emotion, knowing that I will be heeded and hopefully cared for in that space.
Mm-hmm. And so this has been a pattern in our marriage for a while, but I think we're just getting better at acknowledging it. Just that Matt, just giving him the safe space to be able to come and say his emotions. Mm-hmm. And so how I can do that is by asking him questions. Matt, how are you doing? And waiting. Mm-hmm. And Matt's actually a verbal processor, so asking some more of those questions to draw him out. Well, at the same time, for whatever reasons, look at wounding, look at neediness, look at whatever. I do tend to be the person that is more like, and here's my emotions, and here how I feel, and it's good, and I need a space to do that. But when Matt rises up and says, hey, this is how I'm feeling in courage and vulnerability, which feels scary, I literally need to say to myself, Matt is allowed to feel. And in that moment, he's not abandoning me. He's not, whatever sort of wounding is getting triggered in that moment. God, I look at God in that moment and I say, God, do you see me? Do you love me? Am I okay? Even though Matt's shaky. Because really it's telling me somewhat that Matt's sometimes more my foundation than God. So in that moment, Matt's allowed to feel. Jesus, do you see me and know me and love me? And then we're able to get through the conversation. And Matt shares his heart and I hear him. And we're both looking more at Jesus and hopefully like Jesus. Okay, that's it for the Impossible Marriage Minute today. I'd like to hear in your marriage dynamic, is there one person who is more of the emotional sucker?
And one, the emotional stuffer.
Sucker and stuffer. And in your friendship relationships, because single people, we're never going to forget you. I'm guessing that in your friendship relationships, is there something like this with one or a few of your friends where you can be either the emotional sucker or are you the stuffer? And how do you combat this in your friendships or your marriages? Drop a comment below or you can email me at lk@loricreek.com. Thanks, guys. That's it.